Greetings and salutations. I am Poetic Heretic, here with another terrifying tale about dogmen. The author is anonymous. The first incident happened while I was home alone. I had moved my bed into my closet to further open up my room. My dog was in there with me and we were getting ready for bed. Then my dog began to growl, which was very unusual. He never growls. I had maybe heard him growl or bark twice in his entire 10 years of life. This growl was so fierce and mean that it actually made me scared. He was looking up at the ceiling and his hair was standing on end. Then I heard it. It was loud, like something big was walking across the roof. There was snorting and light growls, so at first I feared that a bear had wandered into the area. I tried to keep my dog quiet, but he was shaking and going wild. There was a lot of scratching, like something was trying to dig through the roof. Then it was gone, suddenly and without warning. A few minutes later my uncle arrived. I rushed out to tell him the story. He looked around but found nothing. He tried to pass it off as a raccoon. Let me tell you, there is no way on earth that a raccoon could have caused that reaction from my dog or made that much noise. A few weeks later, the witness had convinced herself that her uncle was probably correct. She had a friend spending the night, and they decided to camp out in the yard. They built a small campfire in a fire pit, and were sitting next to it talking. Hearing a sound, they looked towards the woods, just beyond the light cast by the fire. The witness continues, "Something was walking out there. The features were canine, legs were shaped like a wolf, bushy tail, everything. But it was way too tall to be a regular dog or even a wolf. It stood a bit higher than a deer, and it was very thin. I only caught the back end of it walking behind a lilac bush, but it was enough for me. I calmly told my friend that we needed to go inside. I told her to walk slowly, since I live in the middle of no man's land. I know that wild animals are attracted to fast-moving objects, and the last thing I wanted was to get up close and personal with whatever that thing was." Safely back inside, they talked about what they had seen. Whatever it was had seemed more curious than threatening. Later that same night, that assessment would change. The witness continues, "We were having a cigarette out my window, and my friend dropped hers. She put a chair up to the window and crawled out. She walked a few steps, paused, looked back at me. 'Did you hear that?' she asked. I hadn't heard anything, but apparently she had heard rustling from the field beside her. Then we both heard it, a very close and very loud snarl. It was like nothing I have ever heard before, and hope to never hear again. No animal that I know of sounds or looks like that." And that concludes this story. Don't forget to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.